All right, so now we're going to go ahead and calibrate our camera lens in Lightburn. What I'm going to do is go to laser tool up here at the top. We're going to click on calibrate camera lens. You do have to have your you do have to have your lid open on your AtomStack Hurricane. We are going to use USB camera. It is going to be a standard camera. We do want to do a full calibration. We want to have honeycomb check enabled, turned off. Otherwise, it's going to pick all that up as noisy background, and it's not going to do a proper check. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow what the pattern here is showing us to do. So right now it's showing we want it in the middle. We're going to click capture. I try my best to get 0.3 or less. You can get it at 1.0 or less, but 0.3 or less. It might show distorted, which is totally fine. It ends up doing a good calibration at the end. Now it wants us to move it to the bottom. So we're just going to simply slide it down, put it at the bottom, and you may have to click it 5, 10, 20 times, maybe more, not a big deal. I'm going to click capture. This time I got a 0.34, but like I said, I like to go to 0.3 or better. So I'm going to keep going. I'm at 0.31, 0.35. Eventually it'll get less. So you're just going to keep clicking it a few times until you get that 0.3 or less. Like I said, sometimes you got to click it a whole bunch of times. Occasionally I might move it just a touch. Sometimes just moving it just a little bit gets you exactly what you need. Sometimes if your piece is a little bit warped or whatever, sometimes that'll make a difference. Sometimes people get frustrated and they say, good enough, and they leave it where it's at. I don't like good enough. The better it is, the better your engraving is going to be. The better your camera is going to line up, the better your focus is going to be. But if you're just an impatient person like I often am, impatience is not always the best answer. Also check your honeycomb. Sometimes they get shifted. If you guys hear the popping and clicking in the back, that's just simply because the fact that the honeycomb was shifted out of place, and being that this is new, you can kind of expect that a little bit. And now I do expect that it'll probably capture pretty well. So, but not always. Still getting that 0.34. I got it exactly at 0.3 earlier, so I expect that I can get it there again. And I'm thinking it's because I'm not exactly in the middle. Like I said, my board is a little bit warped, so maybe just kind of bending it a little bit, trying to flatten it some, that helps. I still have a honeycomb that's a little shifty. That will also throw it off a little bit. So just trying your best to make sure everything's level and flat. The knife blade is going to be my next investment, honestly, because that stays flat. You don't have to worry about any of the other issues going on. I got 0.32 that time, so that's not too bad. Again, 0.32. So I'll keep doing this until I get a 0.3 or better or less. Just because, like I said, I'm picky. I like my camera as calibrated as I can possibly get it. I also just want to verify that I didn't have that up quite all the way. So sometimes that'll make a difference too. So, and I've sat here and I got 0.31 then. If I can't get it any better, I will possibly do a 0.31. But I've been known to sit here for an hour before clicking capture, trying to get as good as I can. Sometimes that's what it takes. Keep getting that 0.31. So that might be where I'm stuck at. We'll see. I'll try another little shift here, see what happens. Oh, look, had another little click there. So maybe that was the trick. Making sure it's like perfectly aligned. Sometimes that's the deal. Look at that, 0.29, I did it. All right, so we're gonna click next. And now it wants it on this left side over here. In the middle. So, left middle. And if you notice there's more dots on the bottom than the top, you wanna make sure your less dots is on the top, or else it won't find the pattern properly and you're not gonna get a good capture. 0.26 first try. So we're gonna go ahead and click next. Now it wants it on the right side here. Click capture. Says pattern not found. And that happens occasionally. I don't exactly have it centered, but that does occasionally happen. You just have to keep trying. Like I said, occasionally it will say, hey, we can't find the pattern. What's going on? And if you notice here, it's off my camera a little bit, so I just got to pull it in some so it can see it. So just make sure you're looking at what you've got going on right here in your picture, because that does make a difference. So I'm going to pull it in a little bit more. Sometimes the camera can't always see the whole entire bed, and that makes a difference. You want to try to make sure you got it as straight as you possibly can as well. 0.32, 0.33, 3.2 again, 3.2, 3.2, 3.3. And I notice that it's not quite straight. I'm looking at this compared to that. 0.36, 3.6, 3.5, 3.6, 3.6. So let's see where we're at. All right, I'm just try a little bit of shifting and moving here, see what we can come up with. So to get your best image, you sometimes have to move stuff around, play with it, see where it needs to be to get the best image that you can. Sometimes it needs to go up a little, down a little, over a little. But you want to get it as perfect as you can so that you get your best camera view. So let's see which way it's got to go. Haha, it took my hand, that one. Getting 0.34s. .39, 0.52. Let's see. Come on, work with me here. All right, we're gonna go back down. .36. All right. Let's try banging it in a little bit and see what happens. 0.32, 32, 32, 32, 33, 34, 33, 32, 33. I'm going to come down just a little touch more. See what it says then. It needs to go that way just a touch so it's more straight. 0.3 exact. All right, so I'm going to click next. Now we need it at the top in the middle here. And I'm going to have to move my laser out of the way. All right, and then we want to try to get it as lined up in the middle as we possibly can. Again, I just want to check my honeycomb. We're going to go ahead and click our capture here. 0.33, 34, 32. All right, so I think we need to shift it to the left just a little bit more. Looks like it's a little higher on the right side here. I want to just double check my honeycomb, make sure everything's where it needs to be, nothing's higher than another. All right, and then I'm just going to try to line this up as best as I can in the middle. Get it right to that tippy top. Capture 3.5, 3.1, we're getting close. All right, we're going to shift it back the other way just a smidgy. So like I said, my knife blade is definitely going to be one of my next investments just because the knife blades are nice when it comes to putting stuff on your bed. There's a 0.3, so we're going to go ahead and take that. Now it wants it in the bottom right corner. Now we got to remember that it cuts off right there, so we need to make sure we're bringing it in to where it's going to be in the picture. Oop. And we're going to click capture. 0.4, not bad. Let's try that one and see. All right, I'll bring her up just a bit. See what we get there. Like I said, we just got to kind of keep moving it around so where we can get that best image from. It wants to be difficult today. It's just been one of those days for me. It'll be alright. We'll be up and running here shortly. Oh, I think I found the problem. Now I think we should be rocking and rolling. Maybe not. Alright, let's shift her in just a smidge. Oops. Didn't want to do that, but that's your image that you're using. So if you ever lose yours, you can print one. You just want to make sure you're printing it like quarter page size. Because sometimes it'll print out as a full sheet, and that really doesn't work. Alrighty. It's being real difficult. You really gotta be this difficult for me? Really gotta be this difficult? 0.38, that's the lowest I've got yet. Up and in a little more, let's see. How about back down? Back up and in. Christian? Christian, put the dogs out. You can't hear them whining? Well, this one doesn't seem to like me very well. I'm gonna fuss with our card a little bit. Maybe it's the card's issue. I don't know. Some days I think I need to tape it to some cardboard. I don't know. I'm getting really frustrated on this one. That is for sure. All right. Let's see, let's see. Christian dogs! Christian! Christian! Damn, dude.
Yeah?
Dogs. I'm trying to do a fucking video in here. Obviously, I can't.
I didn't know.
I told you to listen for the dogs.
Dexter, go! Do you want them out?
It's too late. The video's shot now anyway, because I had to yell at you, so...